लर्निंग मैप क्या होगा? हम एंशियंट ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन से शुरू करेंगे, देन एक्सप्लोर स्नेक वेनम्स, ईरूम्स लॉ, मलेरिया वैक्सीन्स और वेक्टर कंट्रोल से होते हुए एंटी माइक्रोबियल रेजिस्टेंस तक जाएंगे। इट इज अ 29 टॉपिक मैराथन, सो लेट्स जंप राइट इनटू इट।
Let's start with topic 1, WHO's Global Traditional Medicine Strategy.
ब्रॉड माइक्रो थीम है ग्लोबल हेल्थ इनिशिएटिव्स।
Simply put, ये WHO का 10-year plan है from 2025 to 34 जो ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन को ग्लोबल साइंस में इंटीग्रेट करता है।
रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल देखो, दादी माँ के नुस्खे आर नाउ बीइंग ग्लोबली एंड साइंटिफिकली वैलिडेटेड।
इंट्रोडक्शन में देखें तो दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट कम्स फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट WHO ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन समिट।
बैकग्राउंड ये है कि ग्लोबल ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन मार्केट 2025 तक $583 बिलियन हिट करेगा। ह्यूज इकोनॉमिक होके ये।
कोर लॉजिक पे आते हैं। 78वीं वर्ल्ड हेल्थ असेंबली अडॉप्टेड दिस 10-year स्ट्रैटेजी। इंडिया का GCTM इन जामनगर गुजरात इज द फर्स्ट एंड ओनली ग्लोबल आउटपोस्टेड सेंटर।
राइट, और इसके 4 पिलर्स हैं: एविडेंस एंड लर्निंग, डेटा एंड एनालिटिक्स, सस्टेनेबिलिटी एंड इक्विटी और इनोवेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी। ये बिम्स्टेक कंट्रीज के लिए सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस भी बना है, फोकसिंग ऑन साउथ एंड साउथ ईस्ट एशिया।
रियल वर्ल्ड इम्पैक्ट फॉर एग्जाम्स इज हाईली स्पेसिफिक। GCTM की लोकेशन और 4 पिलर्स आर हाई यील्ड फैक्ट्स।
Conclusion is, traditional medicine is now fully part of an evidence-based global framework.
Awesome. Let's do a rapid fire cross questioning for memory hacks. GCTM कहाँ है?
Jamnagar,
स्ट्रैटेजी की टाइमलाइन क्या है?
2025 to 2034.
4 पिलर्स याद रखने का हैक?
EDSI, evidence, data, sustainability, innovation.
बिम्स्टेक सेंटर का फोकस एरिया?
South and Southeast Asia.
मार्केट साइज प्रिडिक्शन कितनी है?
583 billion.
Cool ना? Now pause and practice saying GCTM in Jamnagar operates on 4 pillars.
In short, WHO is standardizing traditional medicine with India leading at Jamnagar.
Moving to topic 2, snake venom mechanisms and antivenom production.
Broad micro theme है toxicology and antivenoms.
इसका शॉर्ट डेफिनेशन है कि different snake venoms have completely different effects on the body और antivenom production process is extremely unique.
Real life example is a snake catcher working for the Irula Society, actively extracting venom.
So introduction में we look at India's Irula Snake Catchers Industrial Cooperative Society in Tamil Nadu.
Background is that maximum venom requirement for antivenoms is met right here.
Core logic is fascinating. Viper bites cause blood-related disorders, जबकि elapid snakes like cobras cause nerve-related paralysis. India के big 4 venomous snakes हैं spectacled cobra, common krait, Russell's viper and saw-scaled viper.
Standard antivenom is produced by injecting non-lethal venom into horses because of their size and ease of handling. Contrast that with the future. The camel family has unique antibodies that create small, stable fragments called nanobodies.
Real-world impact for UPSC is knowing the big 4 and the source of nanobodies.
Conclusion is, nature itself holds the cure for its own poisons.
Let's test this. Viper versus cobra venom में क्या फर्क है?
Viper targets blood, cobra or elapid targets the nerves.
Big 4 snakes कौन से हैं?
Cobra, krait, Russell's and saw-scaled.
एंटीवेनम के लिए ट्रेडिशनल एनिमल कौन सा यूज होता है?
Horses,
नैनोबॉडीज कहाँ से मिलती हैं?
camel family से.
इरोला सोसाइटी कहाँ बेस्ड है?
Tamil Nadu.
Great. Now pause and practice saying camel family yields nanobodies.
In short, different venoms need different targets and camels might be the future of antivenom.
Let's jump to topic 3. Eroom's law versus Moore's law in drug discovery.
Broad micro theme है pharmaceutical economics.
Basically, Eroom's law explains why medical innovation is getting slower and more expensive.
Real life example, Google DeepMind का alpha fold salt protein folding, yet we aren't seeing a flood of new drugs in the market.
इंट्रोडक्शन में यही पैराडॉक्स हाईलाइट होता है। AI ब्रेकथ्रूज के बावजूद न्यू मेडिसिन्स की कमी है।
Background is massive spending in the pharma sector with diminishing returns.
कोर लॉजिक पे फोकस करते हैं। Eroom's law is Moore's law spelled exactly backward. It observes that the number of new drugs discovered per $1 billion has steadily declined.
Contrast this with Moore's law in computing, which predicted that computing power doubles every 2 years while costs have.
Real-world impact is understanding this AI and medicine gap for the tech syllabus.
Conclusion: biology is just infinitely more complex than computing.
Ready for questions? Eroom's law किस चीज का उल्टा है?
Moore's law का, literally spelling में भी.
Eroom's law technically क्या कहता है?
Cost per drug is rising while discovery declines.
Moore's law किस फील्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट है?
Computing power.
AlphaFold ने क्या सॉल्व किया था?
Protein folding in 2020.
क्या AI ने मेडिसिन को सस्ता कर दिया है?
No, and that is the exact paradox we are facing.
Now pause and practice saying Eroom is Moore spelled backward.
In short, tech gets cheaper like Moore, but drug discovery gets more expensive like E-Room.
Topic 4. Precision biotherapeutics and genomic customization.
Broad micro theme है advanced biotechnology.
इसका definition simple है. Making custom-made medicines based purely on a patient's DNA.
Real-life example is using CRISPR to edit the DNA of someone with a severe blood disorder to cure them.
Introduction देखें तो precision biotherapeutics is a massive focus area under DBT's Bio E3 policy.
Background is alarming. Non-communicable diseases, NCDs, account for nearly 65% of deaths in India.
Core logic is that these therapies are designed on a patient's unique genetic, molecular, or cellular profile.
Methods include gene editing like CRISPR, mRNA therapeutics, and monoclonal antibodies. A huge point here is that foreign-tested pharmaceuticals often fail in India because of our immense genetic diversity.
Real-world impact is that programs like Indigen and Genome India are absolute key facts for exams.
Conclusion is, medicine is no longer a one-size-fits-all approach.
Time for the memory hack questions. Precision medicine basically क्या है?
Genetic profile-based therapy.
CRISPR का एक common use case example.
Treating blood disorders.
Foreign drugs इंडिया में क्यों फेल हो सकती हैं?
Because of immense genetic diversity.
NCDs से इंडिया में कितनी डेथ्स होती हैं?
Nearly 65%.
कौन से इंडिजिनस जीनोमिक रिसर्च प्रोग्राम्स रिलेटेड हैं?
Indigen and Genome India.
Perfect. Now pause and practice saying CRISPR for genomic customization.
In short, therapies custom designed for your unique DNA are the absolute future.
Let's hit topic 5, India's indigenous tetravalent dengue vaccine, Dengyol.
Broad micro theme है vaccine development.
Definition is straightforward. इंडिया की अपनी developed dengue vaccine जो चारों serotypes को target करती है.
Real life example is dengue season, where 75 to 80% of people are asymptomatic but still spread the disease.
Introduction context है कि dengue is rising globally across 129 plus countries.
Background is that ICMR and Panacea Biotech have just announced phase 3 trials.
Core logic समझते हैं. इंडिया में डेंगू वायरस के all 4 serotypes circulate करते हैं. 75 to 80% infections asymptomatic हैं but highly transmissible via Aedes mosquitoes.
Currently इंडिया में कोई licensed vaccine या antiviral treatment नहीं है.
Dengyol is India's indigenous tetravalent dengue vaccine developed by Panacea Biotech. Real-world impact is knowing that Dengyol's tetravalent nature, covering all 4 strains, is critical.
Conclusion, Dengyol is a massive public health breakthrough for India.
Let's test it. डेंगू के कितने serotypes हैं?
4.
डेंग्यूल किसने डेवलप की है?
Panacea Biotech,
कितने % केसेस एसिम्प्टोमेटिक होते हैं?
75 to 80%.
डेंगू कौन सा मस्कीटो फैलाता है?
Aedes mosquitoes.
टेट्रावेलेंट का एग्जैक्टली क्या मतलब है?
It protects against all 4 serotypes.
Awesome. Now pause and practice saying Dengyol is a tetravalent vaccine.
In short, Dengyol is India's homegrown answer to all 4 dengue strains.
Next is topic 6, malaria vaccines, specifically Adfalchivax and vector control therapeutics.
Broad micro theme is infectious disease control.
Definition: new vaccines to stop malaria and specific compounds that actually kill mosquitoes.
Real life example is crazy. A drug called ivermectin that a human takes, and if a mosquito bites them, the mosquito dies.
Introduction देखें, India has exited WHO's high burden to high impact group, but Southeast Asia के 66% cases यही हैं. Target elimination is 2030.
Background is ICMR announcing the candidate vaccine Adfalcivax.
Core logic is tricky. Adfalcivax targets Plasmodium falciparum before it enters the bloodstream, but it is entirely ineffective against Plasmodium vivax, which is actually the main cause in India.
Contrast this. Adfalcivax uses a full-length CSP protein and an alum adjuvant, so there is no inflammation risk, unlike RTS-S and R21 vaccines.
Then we have ELQ compounds targeting parasites at multiple life cycle stages and ivermectin, which kills biting mosquitoes.
Real-world impact. The limitation of Adfalcivax not working on P-Vivax is a perfect question. Conclusion is that eliminating malaria by 2030 needs a multi-target approach.
Let's do the questions. Adfalcivax किस पैरासाइट को टारगेट करती है?
Plasmodium falciparum.
क्या ये P-Vivax पर काम करती है?
No, it is ineffective against it.
इंडिया में मलेरिया का मेन कॉज कौन सा पैरासाइट है?
Plasmodium vivax.
एडफेल्सीवैक्स में कौन सा एडजुवेंट यूज होता है?
Alum adjuvant for no inflammation.
आइवरमेक्टिन का मॉस्किटोज पर क्या असर होता है?
It literally causes biting mosquitoes to die.
Now, pause and practice saying Adfalcivax targets falciparum, not Vivax.
In short, innovative vaccines and mosquito-killing therapeutics are key to malaria elimination by 2030.
दोस्त, अगर आपको ये आहा मोमेंट्स और मेमोरी हैक्स मजेदार लग रहे हैं तो अभी पॉज करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, लाइक करें और कमेंट्स में बताएं कि आइवरमेक्टिन वाला फैक्ट कैसा लगा. इनेबल नोटिफिकेशंस, यूज सुपर थैंक्स एंड जॉइन आवर मेंबरशिप फॉर एक्सक्लूसिव नोट्स. चलिए वापस डीप डाइव में चलते हैं.
Superb energy. Topic 7 is emerging mosquito control strategies and vector behaviors.
ब्रॉड माइक्रो थीम है वेक्टर बायोलॉजी एंड कंट्रोल.
Short definition is using high-tech methods to fight mosquitoes because old chemical ways are failing.
Real life example is using X-rays to make mosquitoes sterile so their population crashes naturally.
Introduction context is that over-reliance on insecticides like DDT has caused massive resistance, stalling the decline in global malaria deaths.
Background is that we can't just completely eradicate them because that disrupts ecosystems.
Corologic is vital. Aedes mosquitoes feed indoors, both day and night, under artificial light, making outdoor fogging and bed nets ineffective.
So we use the sterile insect technique, releasing X-ray irradiated sterile males so mating produces zero offspring. Then there is the Wolbachia method, infecting Aedes aegypti with a natural bacterium that blocks dengue, Zika and chikungunya.
Also, Harman, a bacteria-secreted compound that blocks Plasmodium development in Anopheles.
Real-world impact. Wolbachia and the sterile insect technique are frequently asked in exams.
Conclusion: biocontrol methods are far superior to chemical fogging.
Let's cross-question. Aedes mosquitoes कब feed करते हैं?
Indoors, day and night.
Sterile insect technique में specifically क्या use होता है?
X-ray irradiated sterile males.
Wolbachia क्या है?
A natural bacterium blocking viruses.
Wolbachia किन बीमारियों को block करता है?
Dengue, Zika, and chikungunya.
हरवानी क्या करता है?
Blocks Plasmodium development in Anopheles.
Now pause and practice saying Wolbachia blocks dengue and Zika.
In short, we are using bacteria and X-rays to completely outsmart disease-carrying mosquitoes.
Topic 8. AGO. Traditional Chinese medicine and the global donkey trade.
Broad micro theme hai global wildlife and animal trade.
Definition: it's a traditional Chinese medicine that is literally pushing global donkey populations to the brink.
Real life example is tragic. In Ghana, a severe lack of donkeys means young girls are forced to drop out of school to carry heavy loads.
Introduction highlights that 6 million donkeys are slaughtered annually, causing massive price surges in places like Kenya and Pakistan.
Background is the demand for AGO, a medicine made from donkey hide gelatin, claimed to cure anemia and boost immunity.
Core logic देखते हैं. China की domestic donkey population saw an 87% decline from 1990 to 2023. Because of this, massive imports are happening from Africa.
The devastating result is that the loss of working donkeys shifts heavy labor burdens directly onto women and children.
Real-world impact is understanding the deep socio-economic impact of international wildlife trade.
Conclusion: one country's medicine demand can destroy another continent's socio-economic balance.
Let's test this. इजाओ किस जानवर से बनता है?
Donkey hides, specifically the gelatin.
इजाओ का claimed medical use क्या है?
Cures anemia and boosts immunity.
चाइना में donkey population कितनी percentage गिरी?
87% decline.
Massive donkey imports कहाँ से हो रहे हैं?
Mainly from Africa.
इसका major social impact क्या है?
Labor burden shifts heavily to women and girls.
Now, pause and practice saying, Ijao drives the global donkey trade.
In short, TCM demand for Ijao is causing an economic and social crisis in Africa.
Topic 9. Chemotherapy drug mechanisms and adverse effects.
Broad micro theme is cancer therapeutics.
Definition: how specific cancer drugs work and why they have such severe side effects.
Real life example is the drug doxorubin, which patients literally call the red devil because it can cause severe heart damage.
Introduction context is a report by the Bureau of Investigative Journalism revealing that exported chemotherapy drugs in 100+ countries failed quality tests.
Background is that cancer treatment requires incredibly precise drug targeting.
Core logic is heavy. Cisplatin and oxaliplatin are platinum-based drugs that block DNA replication but cause kidney or nerve damage and immune suppression.
Doxorubicin is derived from Streptomyces bacteria, highly potent but risks heart damage. Methotrexate blocks folate metabolism to stop DNA synthesis. To counter this toxicity, doctors use leucovorin, classified as vitamin B9, as a rescue agent to protect healthy cells.
Real-world impact. Matching these drugs to their biochemical functions is core science material.
Conclusion: chemotherapy remains a highly potent double-edged sword.
Time for questions. सिस्प्लैटिन का कौन सा एलिमेंट होता है?
Platinum,
डॉक्सोरूबिसिन का नोटोरियस निकनेम क्या है?
the red devil.
डॉक्सोरूबिसिन कहाँ से डिराइव होती है?
Streptomyces bacteria से.
मेथोट्रेक्सेट स्पेसिफिकली क्या ब्लॉक करता है?
Folate metabolism.
मेथोट्रेक्सेट से टॉक्सिसिटी से कौन सा एजेंट बचाता है?
Leucovorin, which is vitamin B9.
Pause and practice saying, leucovorin rescues cells from methotrexate.
In short, chemo drugs block DNA but come with severe side effects requiring specific rescue agents.
Topic 10. Neurotransmitters, hormones, and anesthetics.
Broad micro theme hai neuroscience and mental health.
Definition: the specific brain chemicals that control our happiness, pain, and bonding.
Real life example is the trend of dopamine fasting, where people avoid screens to reset their sustainable happiness levels.
Introduction mentions the rising medical use of ketamine for severe mental illnesses.
Background is that understanding brain chemistry is the absolute base of modern psychiatry.
Core logic को break करते हैं. Dopamine is the feel-good neurotransmitter driving reward via the mesolimbic pathway, from the ventral tegmental area to the nucleus accumbens.
Ketamine is a dissociative anesthetic hallucinogen that creates detachment from pain, used via IV or nasal spray for depression. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone increased by touch. Laughter actively lowers adrenaline, which is rapid stress, and cortisol, which is slow-lasting stress.
Anesthetics alter brain communication by enhancing the inhibitory receptor GABA or by blocking glutamate receptors.
Specific brain pathways and hormones are direct exam targets.
Conclusion: our emotions are profoundly tied to these specific molecular messengers.
Let's do the memory hack questions. Dopamine किस pathway से reward drive करता है?
Mesolimbic pathway.
Ketamine को technically क्या कहते हैं?
Dissociative anesthetic hallucinogen.
Physical touch से कौन सा हार्मोन बढ़ता है?
Oxytocin.
Laughter कौन से stress hormones कम करता है?
Adrenaline and cortisol.
Anesthesia किस receptor को enhance करते हैं?
GABA, the inhibitory receptor.
Great. Now pause and practice saying, dopamine drives the mesolimbic pathway.
In short, brain chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and ketamine completely dictate our mood, stress, and pain.
Topic 11 is the risdiplam generic launch.
Broad micro theme is drug pricing and patents.
Definition is simple. An incredibly expensive drug for a rare disease, SMA, is now available in a much cheaper generic form.
Real-life example is the Supreme Court judgment that directly saved ordinary patients lakhs of rupees.
Introduction context is Swiss pharma major Roche filing a petition against the generic launch.
Background is that treatments for rare diseases are historically prohibitively expensive.
Core logic देखते हैं. Risdiplam is a crucial drug used for spinal muscular atrophy or SMA. The Supreme Court dismissed Roche's petition and permitted Natco Pharma to sell the generic version.
This legal decision caused the drug price to drop significantly across the market.
Real-world impact. This is a classic, perfect case study of intellectual property rights versus public health.
Conclusion. Generic drugs are the ultimate mechanism for life-saving affordability.
Let's do the questions. Risdiplam किस बीमारी की दवा है?
Spinal muscular atrophy, SMA.
किस इंटरनेशनल कंपनी ने पिटिशन डाली थी?
Roche,
किस इंडियन कंपनी ने जेनेरिक वर्जन लॉन्च किया?
Natco Pharma.
ये लैंडमार्क डिसीजन किसने दिया?
Supreme Court ने.
इस डिसीजन का मार्केट इंपैक्ट क्या पड़ा?
The price dropped significantly.
Excellent. Now pause and practice saying Risdiplam treats spinal muscular atrophy.
In short, the Supreme Court prioritizing generic Risperidam makes SMA treatment actually affordable.
Moving to topic 12. Reduced osmolarity ORS versus ORSL.
Broad micro theme है public nutrition and dehydration.
Definition: understanding the massive medical difference between life-saving ORS and sugary electrolyte drinks like ORSL.
Real life example is the Delhi High Court suspending high sugar variants sold under the ORSL label because they were not medically approved for diarrhea.
Introduction context is that during diarrhea, precise rehydration is absolutely vital.
Background is that FSSAI monitors food safety under the Food Safety and Standard Act 2006.
Core logic is critical here. WHO recommends reduced osmolarity ORS containing exact amounts of sodium, potassium, chloride, citrate, and dextrose. It has lower concentrations of glucose and sodium chloride compared to original solutions.
In contrast, ORSL is merely an electrolyte drink. It is not suitable for rehydration. In fact, excess sugar can actually worsen diarrhea.
Real-world impact, consumer awareness, and knowing the exact ORS composition.
Conclusion, always check the label because every sweet drink is definitely not ORS.
Ready for questions? WHO approved ORS में क्या-क्या होता है?
Sodium, potassium, chloride, citrate, and dextrose.
Reduced osmolarity formulation में क्या कम होता है?
Glucose and sodium chloride.
क्या ORSL clinical rehydration के लिए सही है?
No, it's just an electrolyte drink.
ORSL से डायरिया क्यों बिगड़ सकता है?
Because of the excess sugar content,
हाई शुगर वेरिएंट्स को किसने सस्पेंड किया?
Delhi High Court ने.
Now pause and practice saying ORSL is not WHO approved ORS.
In short, true ORS has precise, reduced osmolarity. Sugary electrolyte drinks can actually worsen dehydration.
Topic 13. FSSAI and clinical trial regulations.
Broad micro theme is regulatory frameworks.
Definition: the body regulating food and drug safety in India and the new, faster rules for clinical trials.
Real life example, under the new rules, getting a clinical test license now takes only 45 days instead of the previous 90 days.
Introduction is the proposed amendments to the new Drugs and Clinical Trials Rules 2019.
Background is the push for faster drug approval without compromising patient safety.
Let's dive into the core logic. FSSAI is an autonomous statutory body under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Now, looking at pharmacology, bioavailability, or BA, is the fraction of an unchanged drug that reaches systemic circulation.
Intravenous or IV drugs have 100% BA, but oral pills have lower BA due to the liver's first-pass metabolism. Also, biosimilars are derived from living organisms and are highly similar to approved biological drugs.
Real-world impact, first-pass metabolism and bioavailability are pure, highly testable science MCQs.
Conclusion. Regulations are speeding up and complex biological drugs are becoming mainstream.
Cross-questioning time. FSSAI किस मिनिस्ट्री के अंडर आती है?
Ministry of Health and Family Welfare.
IV ड्रग्स की बायोअवेलेबिलिटी कितनी होती है?
100%
ओरल पिल्स की BA कम क्यों होती है?
due to the liver's first-pass metabolism.
बायोसिमिलर्स टेक्निकली किससे बनते हैं?
Living organisms से.
टेस्ट लाइसेंस प्रोसेसिंग टाइम कितना रिड्यूस हुआ है?
From 90 days down to 45 days.
Pause and practice saying first-pass metabolism lowers oral bioavailability.
In short, FSSAI manages food safety while new rules speed up drug trials and biosimilar testing.
Topic 14. Drug quality norms, specifically Schedule M.
Broad micro theme है pharma manufacturing quality.
Definition: strict manufacturing quality rules that pharma companies must follow.
Real life example, 18 states adopted ONDLS, but absolutely none could fully comply with CAPA guidelines yet.
Introduction context is the strict compliance deadline for Schedule M set for 31st of December 2025.
Background focuses on addressing recurring quality control issues in exported Indian drugs.
Core logic is clear. Schedule M under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 governs pharmaceutical manufacturing regulations. ONDLS, the Online National Drug Licensing System, is a digital single-window platform developed by CDAC and CDSCO.
Then there is CAPA, Corrective and Preventive Action, which is a universal quality management methodology. Also, WHO's global benchmarking tool assesses national drug regulation on a scale of 1, which is low, to 4, which is high.
Real-world impact. Schedule M and CDSCO's exact roles are core governance topics.
Conclusion: manufacturing quality is absolutely non-negotiable for India's pharma sector.
Let's do the questions. Schedule M किस एक्ट का हिस्सा है?
Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940.
ONDLS specifically किसने डेवलप किया?
CDAC and CDSCO.
कैपा का एग्जैक्ट फुल फॉर्म क्या है?
Corrective and Preventive Action.
WHO बेंचमार्किंग टूल का स्केल क्या है?
1 to 4.
शेड्यूल एम कंप्लायंस की फाइनल डेडलाइन क्या है?
December 31st, 2025.
Great. Pause and practice saying Schedule M governs pharma manufacturing.
In short, Schedule M and CAPA ensure the medicine you consume is manufactured safely.
Topic 15 Maternal Mortality Ratio या MMR Trends.
Broad micro-theme is demographic and health metrics.
Definition: the statistical tracking of maternal deaths during childbirth and the overall improvement in these numbers.
Real-life example is Kerala, which has achieved an incredible MMR of just 20, a massive success story.
Introduction shows India's MMR falling from 103 to 93, pushing closer to the SDG target of under 70.
Background reinforces that safe motherhood is a primary sustainable development goal.
Let's unpack the core logic. MMR specifically measures maternal deaths per 100,000 live births. WHO clearly defines maternal death as occurring while pregnant or within 42 days of pregnancy termination, excluding accidents.
The best performing states are Kerala at 20, Telangana at 45, and Tamil Nadu at 49. The worst states are Madhya Pradesh at 175, Assam at 167, and UP at 151. The major medical causes are postpartum bleeding, also called uterine atony, and obstructed labor.
Real-world impact. Remembering per 100,000 live births is the exact definition needed for prelims.
Conclusion: targeted health interventions are working, but regional gaps remain massive.
Let's test the facts. MMR किस पैरामीटर पर कैलकुलेट होता है?
Per 100,000 live births.
WHO के हिसाब से मैटरनल डेथ की स्ट्रिक्ट टाइमलाइन क्या है?
During pregnancy or within 42 days of termination.
बेस्ट परफॉर्मिंग इंडियन स्टेट कौन सा है?
Kerala at 20.
एंड द वर्स्ट परफॉर्मिंग स्टेट?
Madhya Pradesh at 175.
MMR के मेजर मेडिकल कॉजेज क्या हैं?
Postpartum bleeding and obstructed labor.
Pause and practice saying MMR is per 1 lakh live births.
In short, MMR is falling towards the SDG target, though major regional differences persist.
Moving on to topic 16, Ayushman Bharat, ABPMJAY expansion.
Broad micro-theme है universal health coverage.
Definition: the massive expansion of the world's largest health insurance scheme.
Real-life example, now absolutely every citizen above 70 years gets this cover irrespective of their income level.
Introduction context highlights that women actively account for 49% of total hospital admissions under this scheme.
Background is the continuous effort to reduce out-of-pocket expenditure for ordinary citizens.
Core logic is massive. PMJAY provides a 5 lakh rupees per family per year health cover. It is implemented in 35 states and UTs, with West Bengal being the only exception.
Crucially, it expanded to include all citizens aged 70 and above, regardless of income status. Also, the 2023 budget officially included 37 lakh ASHA and Anganwadi workers and helpers.
Real-world impact: the scheme exceptions like West Bengal and new inclusions are prime UPSC material.
Conclusion: universal healthcare is gradually becoming a structural reality in India.
Time for cross questions. आयुष्मान भारत में एग्जैक्टली कितना कवर मिलता है?
Rupees 5 lakh per family per year.
कौन सा सिंगल स्टेट इसमें शामिल नहीं है?
West Bengal.
टोटल एडमिशंस में विमेन का एग्जैक्ट शेयर कितना है?
49%.
नया एज ग्रुप कौन सा इंक्लूड हुआ है?
All citizens aged 70 and above.
किन वर्कर्स को 2023 बजट में एक्सप्लिसिटली इंक्लूड किया गया?
ASHA and Anganwadi workers.
Pause and practice saying PMJAY now covers all citizens above 70.
In short, Ayushman Bharat is expanding significantly, covering senior citizens and frontline health workers.
Topic 17. WHO Global Governance Mechanisms.
Broad micro-theme is global health diplomacy.
Definition: how the WHO makes decisions and legally crafts new global treaties.
Real-life example is the passing of the world's very first pandemic agreement post-COVID-19.
Introduction mentions the 78th World Health Assembly adopting the resolution marking skin diseases as a global public health priority.
Background emphasizes that global cooperation is strictly needed for equitable access during crisis.
Core logic पे ध्यान दें. The World Health Assembly, or WHA, is WHO's main decision-making body with 194 member states meeting annually in Geneva. They officially adopted the world's first pandemic agreement to ensure equitable vaccine and diagnostic access.
Also, WHO ने redesign skin diseases as integral to global public health, not merely cosmetic issues.
Real-world impact, the skin diseases classification change, is an important, nuanced exam fact.
Conclusion: global health governance is aggressively evolving post-pandemic.
Question time. WHO की main decision-making body कौन है?
World Health Assembly, the WHO,
WHO annually कहाँ meet करती है?
Geneva में
Equitable access के लिए कौन सा landmark agreement adopt हुआ?
the first pandemic agreement.
78th Assembly ने specifically किस बीमारी पर resolution pass किया?
Skin diseases पर
Skin diseases को अब legally क्या माना जाता है?
a public health priority, not just cosmetic.
Pause and practice saying WHO adopted the first pandemic agreement.
In short, WHO in Geneva is setting new global rules for pandemics and prioritizing skin diseases.
Next is topic 18, disease surveillance networks.
Broad micro theme है epidemiology and surveillance.
Definition, the digital system for tracking diseases and actively stopping them from spreading.
Real life example is India's National Polio Surveillance Network officially merging into the IDSP platform.
Introduction context. India was officially declared polio-free back in 2014.
Background is that tracking outbreaks digitally is the absolute new norm.
Core logic is strategic. India is formally shifting from OPV, the oral polio vaccine, to IPV, the injectable polio vaccine. The IDSP, Integrated Disease Surveillance Program, was launched in 2004 with World Bank aid as a decentralized, state-based IT data system.
Now, the government proposed winding down the WHO-established National Polio Surveillance Network and fully integrating it into the IDSP.
Real-world impact? The shift from OPV to IPV is a technical health transition, vital for exams.
Conclusion: fully integrated digital surveillance makes tracking incredibly efficient.
Let's test the specifics. India polio-free कब declare हुआ था?
2014 में.
पोलियो वैक्सीन प्रोटोकॉल में क्या मेजर शिफ्ट हो रहा है?
From oral OPV to injectable IPV.
IDSP प्रोग्राम कब लॉन्च हुआ था?
2004 में.
IDSP को इनिशियली किसने एड किया था?
World Bank ने.
कौन सा स्पेसिफिक नेटवर्क IDSP में मर्ज हो रहा है?
The National Polio Surveillance Network.
Pause and practice saying. Shift from OPV to injectable IPV.
In short, India's decentralized IDSP is absorbing older surveillance networks for better IT-driven tracking.
Topic 19. PM Matro Vandana Yojana, PMMVY.
Broad micro theme is maternal welfare schemes.
Definition? A direct cash benefit scheme exclusively for pregnant women.
Real-life example is Rajasthan's pilot project, where cash transfers are uniquely combined with active behavioral counseling.
Introduction defines it as a massive direct benefit transfer for maternal health.
Background: the core goal is to compensate for wage loss during pregnancy.
Let's look at the core logic. It is a centrally sponsored maternity benefit scheme launched in 2017. It provides 5,000 rupees in 3 installments for the first live birth. Eligible women must be aged 19 and above.
Crucially, it excludes women in regular government employment. The Rajasthan pilot model is unique because it includes second-time mothers and combines DBT with behavioral counseling.
Real-world impact. The exceptions, like government employees and pilot details, are high-probability questions.
Conclusion: direct financial support measurably boosts maternal health outcomes.
Time for questions. PMMVY में एग्जैक्ट कितना अमाउंट मिलता है?
5,000 rupees.
ये अमाउंट कितनी इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में मिलता है?
3 installments.
स्कीम की बेस एज, एलिजिबिलिटी क्या है?
19 and above.
क्या रेगुलर गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज इसके लिए एलिजिबल हैं?
No, they are strictly excluded.
किस स्टेट के पायलट प्रोजेक्ट में सेकंड टाइम मदर्स इंक्लूडेड हैं?
Rajasthan.
Pause and practicing. PMMVY provides 5,000 rupees for the first live birth.
In short, PMMVY is a conditional cash transfer helping mothers with progressive pilot testing in Rajasthan.
Topic 20. Euthanasia and the Living Wills Framework.
Broad micro theme है medical ethics and law.
Definition. The legal right to die with dignity and the right to predetermine your own medical care.
Real life example is comparing the UK's terminally ill adults bill with India, where we rely purely on Supreme Court guidelines.
Introduction context is the Health Ministry releasing official guidelines for withdrawing life support.
Background notes that the euthanasia debate is incredibly central to modern medical ethics.
Though logic is dense here. India has no dedicated legislation. It is governed purely by Supreme Court orders from 2018 and 2023 under Article 21. The right to die with dignity. A living will can be written by a person aged 18 plus with decision-making capacity.
It requires at least 2 surrogate decision makers. It must be signed before an executor and 2 witnesses and attested by a notary or gazetted officer.
Medically, the secondary medical board members must be completely different from the primary board. Real-world impact. The intense procedural strictness, like 2 witnesses and different boards, ensures absolutely no misuse.
Conclusion: the constitutional right to life fundamentally includes the right to a dignified death.
Let's do the cross questions. क्या इंडिया में यूथेनेशिया पर डेडिकेटेड पास लॉ है।
No, it is governed purely by Supreme Court orders.
राइट टू डाई विद डिग्निटी स्पेसिफिकली किस आर्टिकल में आती है?
Article 21.
लिविंग विल ड्राफ्ट करने के लिए मिनिमम एज क्या है?
18 plus years.
कितने सरोगेट डिसीजन मेकर्स रिक्वायर्ड होते हैं?
At least 2.
मेडिकल बोर्ड्स का स्ट्रिक्ट रूल क्या है?
The secondary board must be totally different from the primary board.
Pause and practice saying living wills require 2 surrogate decision makers.
In short, India handles passive euthanasia through incredibly strict Supreme Court guidelines and living wills.
Topic 21 Rare blood and e-Rakt Kosh integration.
Broad micro-theme is blood transfusion infrastructure.
Definition: creating a centralized national digital database for rare blood groups like Bombay Blood Group.
Real-life example, the Health Ministry integrating the Rare Donor Registry with e-Rakt Kosh to provide instant, real-time nationwide access during emergencies.
Introduction mentions that indigenous, low-cost visual card kits for hemophilia A and von Willebrand disease have just been commercialized.
Background emphasizes that blood emergencies require absolute instant donor matching.
Let's dive into the core logic. The Rare Donor Registry, developed by ICMR NIH, covers over 300 markers, including Bombay, P-Null, and RH-Null. e-Rakt Kosh is an online blood bank system operating under the National Health Mission.
The Health Ministry is physically integrating both platforms to allow real-time access nationwide.
Real-world impact. Recognizing Bombay or Ra-Null as specific blood group markers is classic science trivia.
Conclusion: this digital integration saves crucial, literal hours during life and death emergencies.
Time to test this. Rare Donor Registry specifically किसने डेवलप की थी?
ICMR NIH ने.
इस रजिस्ट्री में कौन से रेयर मार्कर्स कवर होते हैं?
Bombay, P-Null and R-Null.
e-रक्त कोश एग्जैक्टली किस मिशन के अंडर है?
National Health Mission.
इस इंटीग्रेशन का प्राइमरी मेडिकल फायदा क्या है?
Instant, real-time nationwide access.
इंडिजिनस विजुअल कार्ड्स स्पेसिफिकली किन बीमारियों के लिए बने हैं?
Hemophilia A and von Willebrand disease.
Great. Pause and practice saying RE-Null is a rare blood marker.
In short, combining the Rare Donor Registry with e-Rakt Kosh creates a highly efficient, life-saving digital blood bank.
Topic 22. Organ transplants and THOTA, 1994.
Broad micro-theme है organ donation laws.
Definition: the strict legal frameworks surrounding the donation and transplantation of human organs.
Real-life example is NOTO's new advisory specifically aiming to prioritize women patients to correct severe gender imbalances.
Introduction highlights a unique fact. In India, living donations are actually vastly higher than deceased donations, completely unlike global trends.
Background is the absolute need for ethical organ tracking to prevent exploitation.
Core logic is governed strictly by THOTA, the Transplantation of Human Organs and Tissues Act of 1994.
Brainstem death, or BSD, is recognized as a legal entity under THOTA, serving as sufficient proof for death registration under the 1969 Act. Also, a recent cornea transplant rule amendment removed the mandatory need for clinical specular equipment.
Real-world impact: the exact legal validity of brainstem death is a highly testable concept.
Conclusion: the law forcefully ensures ethics, while removing equipment hurdles actively boosts donations.
Let's do the questions. Organ transplants exactly किस एक्ट से गवर्न होते हैं?
TOHTA 1994 से.
क्या brainstem death legally valid proof है?
Yes, for legally registering death.
किस ट्रांसप्लांट प्रोसीजर में स्पेकुलर इक्विपमेंट की मैंडेटरी नीड हटा दी गई?
Cornea transplant.
इंडिया में करंटली कौन सी डोनेशंस नेचुरली ज्यादा हैं?
Living donations.
नोटो एडवाइजरी ने ऑफिशियली किसे प्रायोरिटाइज किया है?
Women patients को.
Pause and practice saying brainstem death is a legal entity under TOHTA.
In short, THOTA 1994 regulates organ transplants, strictly banning commercial trade while addressing gender imbalances.
Topic 23. Child stunting and Poshan Abhiyan.
Broad micro-theme is maternal and child nutrition.
Definition: a child's height remaining too low for their age and the targeted government efforts to stop it.
Real-life example, data from the Poshan Tracker reveals that 37% of children are still stunted, missing the 2022 target of 25%.
Introduction. Context is scary. Climate change, specifically hot and humid weather, is directly linked to 4 times larger drops in children's height for age.
Background reinforces that stunting permanently limits physical and cognitive potential.
Core logic needs attention. Poshan Abhiyan directly targets children aged 0 to 6 years, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. Maternal education is a massive variable. With no schooling, stunting is 46%. With 12 plus years of schooling, it drops to 26%.
Also, rising C-section rates, which hit 22% in 2021, severely delay early breastfeeding, worsening nutrition.
Real-world impact. The direct correlation between maternal education, C-sections, and stunting is critical for analytical questions.
Conclusion: child nutrition is deeply linked to maternal education and climate, not just food intake.
Ready for the questions? पोषण अभियान का एग्जैक्ट टारगेट ग्रुप क्या है?
0 to 6 years children plus pregnant and lactating women
मैटरनल एजुकेशन से स्टंटिंग डेटा कैसे ड्रॉप होता है?
drops from 46% to 26% with 12 plus years schooling.
सी सेक्शंस की वजह से क्या न्यूट्रिशनल प्रॉब्लम होती है?
It severely delays early breastfeeding.
एक्सट्रीम वेदर का स्टंटिंग पर क्या डायरेक्ट असर है?
Hot and humid weather drops height for age 4 times faster.
पोषण ट्रैकर के करंट डेटा के हिसाब से कितने बच्चे स्टंटेड हैं?
37%.
Pause and practice, saying maternal education actively reduces child stunting.
In short, Poshan Abhiyan highlights that tackling stunting structurally requires maternal education and climate awareness.
Topic 24. Functional foods and smart proteins.
Broad micro theme hai future of food tech.
Definition: food that doesn't just fill your stomach but acts as medicine alongside lab-grown meat.
Real life example is consuming oats because they contain beta-glucan, which actively and directly lowers cholesterol.
Introduction mentions this is officially recognized under the Bio-E3 policy, with advancements like biofortification. For example, zinc-enriched rice.
Background is the global push for completely sustainable and health-boosting diets.
Core logic breaks this down. Functional foods provide specific health benefits entirely beyond basic nutrition, like beta-glucan. Smart proteins include plant-based, fermentation-derived, and cultivated meat.
Cultivated meat is grown entirely in bioreactors without any animal slaughter. However, a major regulatory gap exists because FSSAI has absolutely no issued guidance on novel foods yet.
Real-world impact. The concept of cultivated meat in bioreactors is a major tech and environment exam topic.
Conclusion: the literal future of meat might not involve living animals at all.
Question time. Functional foods का main benefit क्या है?
Benefits that go beyond basic nutrition.
ओट्स में कोलेस्ट्रॉल कम करने वाला स्पेसिफिक क्या एलिमेंट होता है?
Beta-glucan.
कल्टिवेटेड मीट एग्जैक्टली कहाँ ग्रो होता है?
In bioreactors without any slaughter.
बायोफोर्टिफिकेशन का एक स्पेसिफिक एक्टिव एग्जाम्पल क्या है?
Zinc-enriched rice.
करंट रेगुलेटरी गैप एग्जैक्टली कहाँ है?
FSSAI has no structural guidance on novel foods yet.
Pause and practice saying. Cultivated meat is grown in bioreactors.
In short, the Bio-E3 policy heavily supports smart proteins and functional foods, shifting how we literally produce nutrition.
Topic 25. Health indices and global hunger.
Broad micro-theme is nutrition and health indices.
Definition. The official rankings of state regulators through SHREST and tracking global hunger via the SOFI report.
Real-life example. Globally, while actual hunger dropped slightly to 8.2%, the rates of obesity and anemia are shockingly rising.
Introduction. Notes. The official launch of SHREST by the Health Ministry.
Background is the ongoing global tracking of SDG 2, which is zero hunger.
Core logic is very data heavy. SHREST assesses state drug regulators specifically across 5 themes: HR, infra, licensing, surveillance, and responsiveness. Meanwhile, the SOFI 2025 report is a joint initiative by FAO, IFAD, UNICEF, WFP, and WHO to measure SDG 2.
It found that global hunger decreased to 8.2%, but anemia in women aged 15 to 49 and adult obesity are actively rising globally.
Real-world impact? The specific SOFI partner agencies and the 5 SHREST parameters are exact MCQs.
Conclusion: we are currently fighting a highly complex dual burden of undernutrition and obesity simultaneously.
Let's test it. SHREST specifically क्या assess करता है?
State drug regulators.
SHREST की exactly 5 themes क्या हैं?
HR, infra, licensing, surveillance, and responsiveness.
SOFI report technically किस SDG goal से जुड़ी है?
SDG 2, which is zero hunger.
Current global hunger का exact rate क्या है?
8.2%.
Hunger कम होने के बावजूद currently क्या बढ़ रहा है?
Anemia and adult obesity.
Pause and practice, saying SOFI report actively measures progress on zero hunger.
In short, SHREST ranks regulators while SOFI reveals a global rise in anemia and obesity despite slightly falling hunger.
Topic 26. Dietary fats and palm oil dynamics.
Broad micro theme hai food chemistry and policy.
Definition: scientifically analyzing which cooking oils are healthy and the massive global dominance of palm oil.
Real life example is the Health Ministry's strict directive to officially display HFSS, meaning high fat, sugar, salt content on labels.
Introduction context: the WHO strictly caps added sugar at under 25 grams per day.
Background reinforces that dietary fats heavily drive overall cardiovascular health.
Let's look at the core logic. Coconut oil and ghee contain the absolute highest saturated fatty acid, or SFA, at around 70 to 90 grams per 100 grams. Mustard, safflower, and sunflower oils have the lowest SFA at under 10 grams.
Then we have trans fatty acids, or TFA, which are artificially created through hydrogenation, meaning adding hydrogen to liquid oils.
Commercially, palm oil now makes up over 50% of the total global vegetable oil supply.
Real-world impact: the specific SFA content hierarchy is highly relevant for general science questions.
Conclusion: saturated and trans fats require extremely strict regulation.
Ready for questions.
सबसे ज्यादा SFA naturally किसमें होता है?
Coconut oil and ghee.
लोएस्ट SFA वाले स्टैंडर्ड ऑयल्स कौन से हैं?
Mustard, safflower and sunflower oils
ट्रांस फैट्स आर्टिफिशियली कैसे बनते हैं?
via the process of hydrogenation.
ग्लोबल वेजिटेबल ऑयल मार्केट का 50% स्पेसिफिकली क्या है?
Palm oil,
WHO की एडेड शुगर की स्ट्रिक्ट कैप क्या है?
under 25 grams per day.
Pause in practice saying hydrogenation produces trans fatty acids.
In short, while mustard oil has low saturated fats, the globally dominant palm oil and trans fats require urgent health warnings.
Topic 27. Healthcare expenditure and education.
Broad micro theme is health economics and infrastructure.
Definition. Tracking how much citizens pay from their own pockets for treatment, the OOP, and the expansion of medical seats.
Real life example, the cabinet recently approved phase 3, structurally adding over 10,000 new UG and PG medical seats by 2028-29.
Introduction context is PMSYA aiming to correct regional imbalances in tertiary healthcare by officially approving 22 new aims.
Background emphasizes that healthcare cost remains a massive, crippling burden for citizens.
Core logic highlights a massive data contradiction. The National Health Accounts NHA 2017-18 showed out-of-pocket expenditure OOP actually declined from 64% to 49% of total health expenditure.
But the contradiction is that the recent CES 2022-23 survey indicates the OOP share has actually risen. Meanwhile, CSS Phase 3 is aggressively adding more medical seats to build capacity.
Real-world impact. This glaring contradiction between NHA and CS data is a highly critical analytical point for mains.
Conclusion: healthcare infrastructure is indeed growing, but actual out-of-pocket cost data is fiercely debated.
Let's do the questions. NHA data के हिसाब से OOP का specifically क्या हुआ?
It declined from 64% to 49%.
कौन सा recent survey कहता है कि OP actually बढ़ा है?
The CES 2022-23 survey
PMSSY का structural aim क्या है?
to correct regional imbalances via 22 aims.
CSS phase 3 में formally कितनी medical seats add होंगी?
Over 10,000.
OP का exact full form क्या है?
Out-of-pocket expenditure.
Pause in practice saying NHA says OP declined, CES says it rose.
In short, India is rapidly expanding medical education via PMSSY, but data on out-of-pocket expenses remains highly contradictory.
Topic 28. Surrogacy Act and Drug Advertising.
Broad micro theme hai medical law and ethics.
Definition. The strict age-related rules for surrogacy and the legal bans on misleading drug advertisements.
Real-life example is the Supreme Court strictly ruling that the new Surrogacy Act rules cannot be applied retrospectively to older frozen embryos, protecting existing reproductive choices.
Introduction context is this very SC ruling preventing retrospective application before Jan 25, 2022.
Background focuses on simultaneously protecting intending parents and actively preventing false drug claims.
Let's unpack the core logic. The Surrogacy Act 2021 dictates strict age limits. The intending woman must be 23 to 50 years, and the intending man must be 26 to 55 years.
On the advertising side, the DMRA of 1954 strictly prohibits drug advertisements for 54 specified conditions, like cancer and diabetes, completely regardless of any proven drug efficacy.
Real-world impact. Understanding retrospective law application and memorizing exact age limits are core polity and law facts.
Conclusion: the law forcefully protects both reproductive rights and gullible consumers.
Let's test the facts. Surrogacy Act में intending woman की strict age limit क्या है?
23 to 50 years.
Intending man की strict age limit क्या है?
26 to 55 years.
SC का ruling retrospective application पर exactly क्या था?
It strictly cannot be applied retrospectively.
DMRA 1954 exactly क्या prohibit करता है?
Drug ads for 54 specified conditions.
क्या proven efficacy होने पर इन बीमारियों के ads allowed हैं?
No, completely prohibited, regardless of efficacy.
Was in practice saying surrogacy age limits cannot be applied retrospectively.
In short, the Surrogacy Act defines strict age limits and DMRA strictly bans ads for severe conditions.
Finally, topic 29. Antimicrobial resistance or AMR.
Broad micro theme is global health threats.
Definition: the terrifying scenario when bacteria genetically build resistance to our antibiotics.
Real life example, the drug colistin was fed to poultry to make them grow faster, but it was banned in 2019 because it caused human life-saving medicines to become totally useless.
Introduction context is WHO's Global Antibiotic Resistance Surveillance Report, actively flagging India's escalating AMR threat.
Background calls this the terrifying silent pandemic of superbugs.
Core logic is alarming. The GLAS 2025 report shows AMR in India is among the world's highest. In India, 1 in 3 bacterial infections are actively resistant, compared to the global average of 1 in 6.
Colistin, heavily used as a growth promoter in animals, had to be officially banned in 2019. Now, the new NAPMR 2.0 plan for 2025-29 places intersectoral supervision directly under Niti Aayog to aggressively tackle this. AMR, modern medicine will essentially collapse back to the dark ages.
Let's do the final cross questions. ग्लास 2025 रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से इंडिया में एग्जैक्ट AMR रेट क्या है?
1 in 3 bacterial infections.
इसका ग्लोबल एवरेज स्ट्रिक्टली क्या है?
1 in 6.
कॉलिस्टन को 2019 में बैन क्यों किया गया था?
Used as a growth promoter, it caused severe resistance.
NAPMR 2.0 का एग्जैक्ट पॉलिसी टाइमलाइन क्या है?
2025 to 2029.
NAPMR 2.0 का स्ट्रिक्ट सुपरविजन एक्सप्लिसिटली किसके अंडर है?
Niti Aayog के अंडर.
Awesome. Pause and practice saying 1 in 3 infections in India show antimicrobial resistance.
In short, India faces a severe AMR crisis, leading to the colistin ban and Niti Aayog's new aggressive action plan.
Phew, what a massive deep dive. Let's do a rapid bullet point recap of the whole journey.
आज हमने बिल्कुल कोर से शुरू किया. WHO Traditional Medicine Standardization at Jamnagar, then snake venoms and nanobodies, the paradox of Eroom's law, genomic customization with CRISPR, India's Dengueol and Adifalsi-Vax vaccines.
Exactly. Then we tackled high-tech mosquito control like Wolbachia, the Ijao donkey trade crisis, chemo mechanisms and brain neurotransmitters, Risdiplam's generic launch, true ORS versus ORSL, FSSAI rules and Schedule M quality norms.
उसके बाद demographic tracking with MMR falling, PMJAY expansion, global diplomacy via WHO's pandemic agreement, IDSP digital surveillance, PMMVY cash benefits, euthanasia living wills framework, e-Rakhkosh integration and THOTA rules.
And finally, child stunting tied to education. Cultivated meat tech, Sophie hunger stats versus rising obesity, palm oil dominance, health OOP data contradictions, surrogacy laws, and ending with the massive AMR superbug threat under Niti Aayog.
Everything systematically covered. But दोस्त, as we wrap up, एक thought मैं छोड़ना चाहती हूँ जो directly sources में नहीं था, but connects everything perfectly.
या जरा सोचिए, एक तरफ इरूम्स लॉ के कारण नई इफेक्टिव दवाइयां ढूंढना मैथमेटिकली और इकोनॉमिकली मुश्किल हो रहा है, और दूसरी तरफ इस AMR क्राइसिस के कारण हमारी एग्जिस्टिंग पुरानी दवाइयां कंप्लीटली बेअसर हो रही हैं.
Add climate change to that precise mix, which is structurally expanding the habitats of disease-carrying mosquitoes. अगर नई medicines नहीं है और पुरानी fail हो रही हैं, तो is our current healthcare infrastructure actually prepared for this impending cocktail of superbugs and shifting diseases? It is a chilling strategic puzzle. इस बारे में deeply सोचिएगा.
Absolutely. This is the reality of global health policy.
Keep analyzing, keep questioning, दोस्त. That's a wrap on this deep dive into the sources. दोस्त, क्या पता है कि 89% Indian blood samples में microplastics मिल चुके हैं?
Yeah, or that your biological age can be completely different from your official ID card age.
Exactly. आज का ये डीप डाइव एक माइंड बेंडिंग एडवेंचर होने वाला है. I mean, we are looking at real hardcore data that changes how we see everyday life, समझे?
Yeah, we are unpacking 31 major topics today. It's a massive learning map.
Right. हम स्टार्ट करेंगे AMR एक्शन प्लान से, फिर we'll go into SDG 3 targets, empowered tobacco control, SRS demographic data, age-friendly cities, microplastics, MZC hazards और U238 contamination.
उसके बाद we look at the AISC Bharat Aging Study, Ayurvedic doctors' surgery rules, Amrit Pharmacy's Right to Health NMC database, microbiome and obesity, creative economy और IT Act fake news.
And we won't stop there. Next is the cashless treatment scheme, employment schemes, Digital India with Swamitva and GDPI, Vishwakarma scheme, FCRA, e-governance, IIS presidency, SBM Urban 2.0, pension systems, PLI structure.
Plus food security, gender and HDI indices, happiness report, and finally, we will end with the massive Indus Water Treaty dispute.
So basically, coffee ready rakho, let's unpack this. Let's start with our first module. Topic name, Implementation Framework of State AMR Action Plans.
Broad micro theme is healthcare policy implementation.
Clear heading, State AMR Action Plans Enforcement.
For a short definition, states make AMR plans but उसको strictly enforce करने का कोई statutory requirement नहीं है.
Real life example, ये बिल्कुल वैसा है जैसे एक traffic rule without any penalty. No one follows it.
Exactly. Content discussion time. For the intro, antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, is basically a silent crisis.
Background is that states need to establish AMR cells.
Core logic here is that states must develop plans, but there is no statutory requirement to actually notify or implement them.
Real-world impact for UPSC prelims focus?
Statutory backing is missing, जो एक major policy gap है.
Conclusion. The policy exists, but enforcement is absolutely zero.
Okay, rapid cross questions. State AMR plans का statutory requirement है क्या?
नहीं दोस्त, strictly voluntary.
AMR cells कौन बनाता है?
States develop करते हैं.
UPSC memory hack क्या है?
याद रखना, no statutory requirement.
Policy enforce क्यों नहीं होती?
Statutory backing का gap है.
AMR का meaning?
Antimicrobial resistance.
Now, pause and practice saying no statutory requirement for state AMR. In short, AMR action plans lack legal teeth.
Awesome. Moving on. Topic name, India's progress and lags in Sustainable Development Goal 3 targets.
Broad micro theme, public health metrics.
Clear heading, SDG 3 targets and lags.
Short definition is, India is improving in health metrics but missing specific SDG 3 targets.
Real life example, like scoring 80 out of 100 but passing mark is 90.
Content discussion. Intro. India secured its best ever overall SDG index position.
Background, maternal and child health parameters are extremely crucial.
Core logic. The maternal mortality rate is 93 against a target of 70. Under 5 mortality is 32 against a target of 25. Life expectancy is 70 years, but target is 73.63. Interestingly, medical colleges increased from 387 to 819 in just 11 years.
Real world impact, here is the prelims trap. Medical colleges doubled, but mortality targets are not on track.
Conclusion. Infrastructure is up, but the outcome is spending. Cross questions. MMR target क्या है?
70 but current is 93,
Under 5 mortality figure.
32 and the target was 25,
Life expectancy target?
73.63 years,
Medical colleges का data.
increased from 387 to 819 in 11 years.
Prelims trick क्या है?
Best SDG index, but SDG 3 is off track. Now, pause and practice saying MMR 93 against target 70.
In short, SDG index best ever, but SDG 3 targets missed.
Topic name, WHO's Empower Initiative and India's Tobacco Control Framework.
Broad micro theme.
Tobacco Control Policy.
Clear heading.
Empower and COTPA.
Short definition.
These are WHO's tobacco control measures, जहां India digital rules में lead कर रहा है.
Real life example जैसे OTT platforms पर smoking warnings देखना.
Content discussion. Intro. We are looking at WHO's 10th Global Tobacco Epidemic 2025 report. Background, WHO FCTC was adopted in 2003 or India joined in 2005.
Core logic. Empowered measures stand for monitor, protect, offer help, warn, enforce bans, and raise taxes. Raising taxes is the least adopted measure globally. India is the first country to regulate digital streaming. Also, CUTPA 2003 prohibits public smoking.
Real world impact. India is a complete pioneer in digital regulation.
Conclusion? Strong regulations exist, but taxation needs work. Questions time. Empower किसने दिया?
WHO ने.
Least adopted empower measure.
Raising taxes.
Digital streaming regulate करने वाला first country.
India.
इंडिया ने WHO FCTC कब ज्वाइन किया?
2005 में.
COTPA 2003 का main function.
Public smoking prohibition.
On-
Now, pause and practice saying taxation is the least adopted empower measure.
In short, empower guides control and India leads in digital regulation.
Next, topic name SRS Demographic Data 2022 and State-wise Sex Ratio Trends.
Broad micro theme, demographies and fertility.
Clear heading SRS 2022 data shifts.
Short definition, demographics are shifting rapidly with dropping fertility rates. Real life example, families are having fewer kids compared to 20 years ago.
Content discussion. Intro. The 2022 SRS data has just been released.
Background, Sample Registration System or SRS की demographic data source है since 1971.
Core logic. Bihar has the lowest sex ratio at birth at 891. Nagaland has the highest at 1068. For total fertility rate, highest is Bihar at 2.8, lowest is Delhi at 1.2. Currently, 18 states and UTs are below the 2.1 replacement level.
Real world impact. Demographic transition is accelerating very fast.
Conclusion. Our population is stabilizing fast. Questions. Lowest sex ratio at birth कहाँ है?
Bihar 891.
Highest SRB कहाँ है?
Nagaland 1068. Lowest TFR किस UT का है?
Delhi 1.2,
Replacement level TFR कितना होता है?
2.1.
SRS कब से डाटा दे रहा है?
Since 1971.
Now pause and practice saying highest TFR Bihar, lowest TFR Delhi.
In short, 18 states are below replacement TFR, with Delhi being the lowest.
Moving on. Topic name, Global Network for Age-Friendly Cities and Communities.
Or GNA-FC.
Broad micro theme, Geriatric Urban Planning.
Clear heading. Age-friendly cities.
Short definition, a WHO network specifically for senior citizen-friendly urban spaces.
Real-life example, like Kozhikode parks, building safe, accessible ramps for the elderly.
Content discussion. Intro. Kozhikode was recently honored with GNAFC membership.
Background. This network was established by WHO back in 2010.
Core logic, it includes 1,300 members from 51 countries. The aim is evidence-based solutions to make communities great places to grow older in.
Real-world impact. The focus shifts directly to geriatric-friendly infrastructure.
Conclusion. Urban planning must include the elderly. Questions. GNAFCC किसने start किया?
WHO ने.
किस city को membership मिली?
Kozhikode.
GNAFCC कब establish हुआ?
2010.
Total members कितने हैं?
1,300 members.
Prelims focus क्या है?
Kozhikode and WHO linkage.
Now pause and practice saying Kozhikode in WHO, GNAFCC.
In short,
Kozhikode joins the WHO network for elderly-friendly cities.
Topic name.
Impact of microplastics and EDCs on human physiology.
Broad micro theme.
Environmental health hazards.
Clear heading.
Microplastics in blood.
Short definition.
Plastics and chemicals inside our body that actively block hormones.
Real life example, continuously drinking from plastic cups, leading to fertility issues over time.
Content discussion. Intro. Let's talk about the massive 2024 study on microplastics.
Background. India produces around 9.3 million tons of plastic waste annually.
Core logic. Microplastics, which are less than 5 mm, were found in 89% of Indian blood samples. These plastics contain endocrine-disrupting chemicals, or EDCs, like BPA, BPS, phthalates, and PFAS.
They mimic or block estrogen and testosterone. This is directly associated with a 30% decline in Indian sperm count over 20 years.
Real-world impact.
There is a direct, undeniable link between plastic pollution and fertility.
Conclusion. Plastic is an internal human crisis now. Questions.
Microplastics का size
Less than 5 mm.
कितने % blood samples में मिला?
89%.
EDCs का full form.
Endocrine-disrupting chemicals.
Sperm count decline कितना हुआ?
30% over 20 years. कौन से hormones mimic करते हैं?
Estrogen and testosterone. Now pause and practice saying EDCs mimic estrogen and testosterone.
In short, microplastics under 5 mm and EDCs drive massive fertility decline.
Topic name. Industrial Applications and Production Hazards of MCC.
Broad micro theme. Chemical industrial safety.
Clear heading. MCC Production Hazards.
Short definition. It's a safe binder chemical but highly dangerous to manufacture.
Real life example. Medicines use MCC to safely bind together, but the factory making it can have severe blasts.
Content discussion. Intro. A blast at Sigachi Industries in Hyderabad caused 36 deaths.
Background. MCC is very widely used in the pharma and food industries.
Core logic. Microcrystalline cellulose, or MCC, is chemically inert and non-absorbable. It is a completely safe substance to consume, but its production involves highly hazardous processes.
Real-world impact. Prelims trap here. MCC is harmless. Its production is hazardous.
Conclusion. Industrial safety regulations are absolutely critical.
Questions. MCC क्या है?
Microcrystalline cellulose.
क्या ये बॉडी absorb करती है?
नहीं, completely non-absorbable है.
MCC यूज कहाँ होता है?
Pharma, food, cosmetics,
डेंजर कहाँ है?
production processes में.
ब्लास्ट इंसिडेंट कहाँ हुआ?
Hyderabad. Now, pause and practice saying, MCC is safe, production is hazardous. In short, MCC is a harmless binder with deadly manufacturing risks.
Topic name. U23 groundwater contamination and human transfer.
Broad micro theme. Radioactive contamination.
Clear heading. U23 in breast milk.
Short definition. Uranium present in Bihar's groundwater is reaching infants.
Real life example. Mothers drinking contaminated groundwater leading to neuro delays in their babies.
Content discussion. Intro. A very concerning study in Bihar revealed uranium in breast milk.
Background. U-238 makes up over 99% of natural uranium.
2. Coal logic. It is weakly radioactive. There is literally no permissible limit for uranium in breast milk. For context, the WHO drinking water guideline is 30 micrograms per liter. It is excreted primarily through urine.
Real-world impact. Long-term exposure in infants directly causes neurodevelopmental delay.
Conclusion. This is a severe public health risk. Cross questions. U-238 कैसा radioactive है?
Weakly radioactive. Breast milk में permissible limit क्या है?
No limit exists. WHO drinking limit?
30 micrograms per liter. बॉडी से प्राइमरीली कैसे निकलता है?
Excreted through urine.
इन्फेंट्स में इफेक्ट क्या है?
Neurodevelopmental delay. Now pause and practice saying WHO limit is 30 micrograms per liter.
In short, U-238 in Bihar groundwater affects infant neurodevelopment.
दोस्त यहाँ एक छोटा सा ब्रेक. अगर ये डीप डाइव पसंद आ रहा है तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, लाइक करो और नोटिफिकेशंस इनेबल करो. अपने नोट्स और मेंबरशिप ज्वाइन करके इस नॉलेज को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाओ. सुपर थैंक्स यूज करना मत भूलना. सो दैट्स कूल ना. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं.
Topic name. IISC's Bharat Baseline for Biomarkers of Aging.
Broad micro theme. Biological aging research.
Clear heading. Bharat Study on Aging.
Short definition. Finding Indian-specific markers for our real biological age.
Real life example, like a 40-year-old having the internal health of a 60-year-old.
Content discussion. Intro. The Longevity India program is mapping physiological indicators. Background. Chronological age basically does not reflect biological age.
Core logic. IISc Bengaluru launched the Bharat study. It uses AI and machine learning. A huge finding is that the traditional Indian food profile is essentially Mediterranean in nature.
Real-world impact. This is the foundation for personalized medicine for Indians.
Conclusion. The Indian diet is naturally very healthy. Questions. Bharat study किसने launch की?
IISc Bengaluru. इसका purpose क्या है?
Indian specific biomarkers of aging. Indian diet किसके जैसी है?
Mediterranean in nature.
chronological versus biological age,
They are different. Data के लिए क्या यूज हो रहा है?
AI and machine learning. Now, pause and practice saying Bharat Baseline by IISc.
In short, IIC uses AI to map aging, validating Indian diets as Mediterranean.
Topic name. Statutory rights and surgical approvals for Ayurvedic doctors. Broad micro theme, medical regulations.
Clear heading: Ayurveda and surgeries.
Short definition. Ayurvedic doctors can now do specific surgeries legally.
Real life example: an Ayurvedic PG safely performing a minor general surgery.
Content discussion. Intro. There has been a long debate over traditional practitioners acting as modern doctors.
Background: the Indian Medicine Central Council Act 1970 was replaced by the National Commission for Indian System of Medicine Act 2020.
Co-logic. The Supreme Court ruled in 1998 that they cannot prescribe modern medicine. However, the government has now allowed Ayurvedic PGs to perform 58 specific surgeries and 39 general procedures. Also, Ayurveda Ahara guidelines in 2022 recognize foods directly from authoritative texts.
Real-world impact: cross-practice legal boundaries are now strictly defined.
Questions. 1970 Act को किसने replace किया?
NCISM Act 2020
SC 1998 ruling क्या थी?
cannot prescribe modern medicine.
कितनी surgeries allowed है?
58 surgeries. Ayurveda ARA guidelines कब आईं?
2022.
Guidelines का source:
Authoritative texts. Now, pause and practice saying 58 surgeries for Ayurvedic PGs.
In short, NCISM Act 2020 allows 58 surgeries but bans modern medicine prescription.
Topic name. Affordable Medicines and Reliable Implants for Treatment, or AMRIT.
Broad micro theme.
Healthcare Affordability.
Clear heading:
AMRIT pharmacies.
short definition.
Government pharmacies giving massive discounts on critical drugs.
Real life example: buying expensive life-saving drugs at a 90% discount.
Content discussion. Intro. We recently saw the 10th anniversary celebrations of AMRIT Pharmacy. Percent.
Real-world impact: it provides massive financial relief to the public.
Conclusion. It's a pillar for universal health affordability. Questions. Amrit का focus क्या है?
Life-saving and essential medicines.
Discounts की range क्या है?
50% to 90%.
कितने साल पूरे हुए?
10th anniversary.
क्या ये government scheme है?
Yes, absolutely.
UPSC memory trick.
Focus on implants and medicines. Now, pause and practice saying, Amrit gives 50-90% discount.
In short, Amrit cuts costs for life-saving drugs by up to 90%.
Topic name: Civil Society Advocacy for Right to Health.
Broad micro theme. Health as a human right.
Clear heading: Right to Health Advocacy.
Short definition. Jan Swasthya Abhiyan demanding universal health rights.
Real life example: activists pushing hard for free healthcare post-COVID.
Content discussion. Intro. They convened in Delhi to draw major COVID-19 lessons.
Background: there is an urgent need to strengthen health rights.
Core logic. Organized by Jan Swasthya Abhiyan with civil society from over 20 states. It was strategically timed between Human Rights Day on December 10 and Universal Health Coverage Day on December 12.
Real-world impact: this is moving health from a privilege to a fundamental right.
Conclusion. Civil society plays a very crucial role. Cross questions. Advocacy किसने organize की?
Jan Swasthya Abhiyan.
Human Rights Day कब है?
December 10.
Universal Health Coverage Day कब है?
December 12.
कितने states involved थे?
Over 20 states.
Context क्या था?
COVID-19 lessons. Now pause and practice saying, Universal Health Coverage Day is December 12.
In short, push for right to health, leveraging COVID lessons.
Topic name: NMC's Centralized Digital Medical Practitioner Database.
Broad micro theme. Medical registry digitization.
Clear heading: NMC Digital Database.
Short definition. A voluntary digital ID for doctors that is facing extremely low adoption.
Real life example: doctors simply ignoring a new app because it's completely optional.
Content discussion. Intro. There was a recent clarification amid protests over registration.
Background: the NMC Act 2019 replaced the old Medical Council of India.
Core logic. It replaces the Indian Medical Register with the EMRB digital database, but obtaining the NMR ID is strictly voluntary. As a result, less than 1% registered within 8 months.
Real world impact: prelims trap here. NMR ID is voluntary, not mandatory.
Amuman. Conclusion. Good tech, but very poor adoption. Questions. NMC ने किसको replace किया?
Medical Council of India. Digital database कौन maintain करता है?
EMRB. Registration mandatory है?
नहीं, strictly voluntary.
NMC Act कब आया?
2019.
Registration rate क्या है?
Less than 1%. Now, pause and practice saying, NMR ID is strictly voluntary.
In short, NMC's digital doctor registry is voluntary and has less than 1% adoption.
Topic name: Microbiome Shifts and Obesity Benchmarks.
Broad micro theme.
Gut health and obesity.
Clear heading.
Gut microbiome and kombucha.
Short definition,
Gut bacteria differences based on obesity and geography.
real life example,
Drinking kombucha, expecting your insulin to drop, but it literally doesn't happen.
content discussion,
Intro. We are focusing on India's obesity epidemic and the kombucha trend. Background. The standard definition of obesity uses a BMI over 30.
core logic. Obese individuals show increased Akkermansia science and bacteroidota. Kombucha shifts the microbiome, but absolutely no improvements in blood glucose or insulin were observed. Also, the Indian gut microbiota differs entirely from Western ones, with the highest diversity found in high-altitude ethnic tribes.
Real-world impact. This challenges the blind adoption of Western diets in India.
Conclusion. Kombucha isn't magic for insulin. Questions time. Obesity का benchmark.
BMI over 30. Obese में कौन से बैक्टीरिया इंक्रीज होते हैं?
Akkermansia scientia and bacteroidota. Kombucha ने glucose improve किया.
No improvements.
Indian gut diversity highest कहाँ है?
High altitude ethnic tribes. Western और Indian gut microbiota same है.
Differ करता है. Now pause and practice saying kombucha showed no glucose improvement. In short, kombucha shifts bacteria but doesn't fix insulin. BMI over 30 defines obesity.
Let's pivot to economy. Topic name. Valuation and scope of India's creative economy.
Broad micro theme, economic contribution of arts.
Clear heading. India's creative economy.
Short definition. Arts and media are actually massive employment drivers.
Real life example. A rural artisan earning globally through unique designs.
Content discussion. Intro. This was highlighted recently by the Himalayan Knot project.
Background. There is a critical need to protect our intangible cultural heritage.
Core logic. The economy is valued at $35 billion. It employs 8% of the workforce, making it second only to agriculture. And 6 of the top 10 hubs are in non-metro regions.
Real-world impact. It's a massive, often unsung employment engine.
Conclusion. Creative arts are very serious business. Questions. Creative economy की valuation.
$33 billion.
कितना workforce employ करती है?
8%.
Employment rank क्या है?
Second, after agriculture,
Top hubs कहाँ है?
non-metro regions में.
कौन सा project mention हुआ?
The Himalayan Knot project,
Now pause and practice saying creative economy employs 8%.
in short.
Creative economy is India's second largest employer at $35 billion.
Topic name.
IT Act exemptions and intermediary liability for fake news.
Broad micro theme.
Digital platform regulations,
Clear heading.
safe harbor and fake news.
Small definition.
Tech platforms are legally shielded from what users post.
Real life example. A social media company not getting arrested for a user's fake post.
Content discussion. Intro. The government plans to force proactive removal of fake news.
Background. The Bombay High Court recently struck down the Fact Check Units Authority.
Core logic. This is governed by Section 79 of the IT Act 2000. It grants safe harbor provided the platforms comply with government guidelines.
Real world impact. It's a delicate legal balance between free speech and control.
Conclusion. Tech giants must comply to keep their shield. Questions. Safe harbor किस section में है?
Section 79 of IT Act 2000.
Safe harbor का meaning?
Intermediary liability से exemption.
Fact check unit को किसने strike down किया?
Bombay High Court.
नया government plan क्या है?
Proactive removal of fake news.
Exemption unconditional है?
Nahi, compliance required hai. Now pause and practice saying. Section 79 grants safe harbor.
Section 79 shields platforms, but fake news rules are tightening.
Topic name.
Cashless treatment of road accident victims scheme 2025. Broad micro theme.
Emergency healthcare access.
Clear heading.
Cashless accident treatment.
Short definition.
Free emergency care for road accident victims.
Real life example.
A hit-and-run victim getting free ICU admission instantly.
Content discussion.
Intro. Ministry of Road Transport issued a new Gazette notification.
Background.
Care during the crucial golden hour saves lives.
Core logic.
It provides cashless treatment up to 1.5 lakh rupees for the first 7 days. This is implemented by the National Health Authority, or NHA.
Real world impact.
It will drastically reduce road mortality.
Conclusion.
Immediate, barrier-free care.
Cross questions. Cashless limit क्या है?
Up to 1.5 lakh.
कितने दिन तक वैलिड?
First 7 days.
Implement कौन कर रहा है?
National Health Authority.
किस मिनिस्ट्री ने नोटिफाई किया?
Ministry of Road Transport.
एम क्या है?
Emergency care during golden hour. Now pause and practice saying. 1.5 lakh cashless for 7 days.
In short, victims get 1.5 lakh cashless care for 7 days via NHA.
Topic name. Employment and Social Security Expansion Scheme.
Broad micro theme. Youth job creation.
Clear heading. Employment expansion.
Short definition. Government push for manufacturing jobs and worker security.
Real life example. A new factory worker getting PF benefits immediately.
Content discussion. Intro. The PM announced this to rapidly boost job creation.
Background. The absolute focus is youth employment and skilling.
Core logic. It specifically targets manufacturing. The nodal body is the Ministry of Labor and Employment. It is implemented through EPFO, which is a statutory body under the 1952 Act.
Real-world impact. Large-scale formalization of the workforce.
Conclusion. Manufacturing drives youth employment. Questions. Target sector कौन सा है?
Manufacturing.
Nodal ministry?
Ministry of Labor and Employment.
Implementation body?
EPFO.
EPFO किस एक्ट के अंदर है?
1952 Act.
Core focus क्या है?
Youth Employment and Social Security.
Now, pause and practice saying EPFO under 1952 Act.
In short, Labor Ministry uses EPFO for manufacturing youth jobs.
Topic name. Employment Linked Incentive Scheme Framework.
Broad micro-theme.
Job Formalization Incentives.
Clear heading.
Employment Linked Incentive.
Short definition.
Direct financial rewards for hiring freshers.
Real-life example. A fresher getting a massive EPF bonus directly.
Content discussion. Intro. Offsetting job creation costs with DBT via ABPS.
Background. This is a massive formalization drive.
Core logic. The target is 3.5 crore jobs in 2 years. For the employee leg, first-time EPFO earners up to 1 lakh per month get a 1-month EPF wage up to 15,000 in 2 installments at 6 and 12 months. But here is the trap. The second installment requires a mandatory financial literacy program. For the employer leg, they get up to 3,000 per month for 2 years. Exception is manufacturing, which gets 3rd and 4th years too.
Real-world impact.
This heavily boosts EPF registrations.
Conclusion.
Dual benefit for employer and employee.
Questions.
Target jobs.
3.5 crore over 2 years.
Employee wage limit.
Up to 1 lakh per month.
Second installment ka trap.
Financial literacy program required.
Employer incentive.
Up to 3,000 per month for 2 years.
Manufacturing exception.
Extends to 3rd and 4th years.
Now pause and practice saying,
Second installment needs financial literacy.
in short, employers get 3K per month, employees get 15K EPF wage.
Topic name. Digital India, Swamitwa, Bhu Aadhar and GDPR.
Broad micro theme, digital governance infrastructure.
Clear heading. Digital land and global DPI.
Short definition, drone mapping land and exporting our digital tech.
Real life example. A drone survey giving a village house its first official property card.
Content discussion. Intro, India is aggressively scaling DPIs globally.
Background. Transitioning from very limited internet back in 2014.
Core logic, Swamitwa, launched in 2020, uses drone surveys for record of rights. Bhu Aadhar has issued 23 crore land IDs. And the Global DPI Repository, GDPIR, by MITI, has 54 DPIs from 16 countries.
Real world impact. Solves ground level property disputes and builds massive soft power.
Conclusion. India leads in public digital goods. Questions. Swamitwa survey कैसे होता है?
Drone surveys. स्वामित्व कब लॉन्च हुआ?
2020? भू आधार IDs कितनी इशू हुई?
23 करोड़.
GDPIR किसने बनाया?
METI.
GDPIR में कितने DPIs हैं?
54 DPIs from 16 countries. Now pause and practice saying, Swamitwa uses drone surveys.
In short, Swamitwa uses drones, GDPIR exports India's digital models.
Topic name.
PM Vishwakarma Scheme 2023.
Broad micro theme.
Artisan support and credit.
Clear heading.
PM Vishwakarma Scheme.
Short definition.
Full end-to-end support for traditional craftsmen.
Real life example.
A carpenter easily getting a collateral-free loan to expand.
Content discussion.
Intro. Over 290 crore dispersed in Gujarat alone.
Background.
It integrates the MSME value chain. Core logic. It is a 100% union-funded central sector scheme covering 18 traditional trades. It offers collateral-free loans up to 3 lakh at a 5% interest rate in 2 tranches. Also includes a 15K toolkit grant and a 500 per day stipend. Trap here is the 3-level verification via CSCs moving from Gram Panchayat to district to state MSME DFO.
Real-world impact. Elevates unorganized artisans massively.
Conclusion. End-to-end skill and financial support. Questions. Scheme ki funding?
100% union-funded central sector. Kitne trades covered?
18 traditional trades. Loan kitna aur interest kya?
Up to 3 lakh at 5%.
Toolkit grant.
15,000 rupees.
Verification levels?
3-level verification via CSCs. Now pause and practice saying, 18 trades, 3 lakh loan at 5%.
In short, Vishwakarma gives 18 trades a 3 lakh loan with 3-tier verification.
Topic name, FCRA 2010, Regulations and Compliance.
Broad micro theme.
Foreign Funding Regulation.
Clear heading?
FCRA rules.
Short definition. Extremely strict foreign money rules for NGOs.
Real life example.
An NGO losing its license simply for using the wrong bank account.
Content discussion.
Intro. MHA directed renewals to be done 4 months prior.
Background.
The goal is strictly protecting national interest.
Core logic.
Administered by the MHA, valid for 5 years. It completely prohibits politicians, judges, government servants, and media from receiving funds. Big trap. Centralized FCRA account must strictly be at SBI New Delhi. Aadhaar is mandatory for office bearers.
Real world impact.
Massive crackdown on unregulated foreign influence.
Conclusion.
High transparency rules. Questions.
FCRA कौन एडमिनिस्टर करता है?
MHA.
वैलिडिटी पीरियड.
5 years.
बैंक अकाउंट रूल क्या है?
Strictly at SBI New Delhi.
आधार रूल.
Mandatory for office bearers. किसको foreign funds prohibited हैं.
Politicians, judges, media houses. Now pause and practice saying FCRA account strictly at SBI New Delhi.
In short, 5-year FCRA license needs an SBI New Delhi account.
Topic name. E-Governance Migrations and Visakhapatnam Declaration.
Broad micro theme.
Secure digital governance.
Clear headings.
Secure Gov emails and AI.
Short definition.
Gov migrating emails for high security and adopting AI fast.
Real life example.
The PMO using Zoho instead of Gmail for high security.
Content discussion.
Intro.
India is setting a whole of government digital strategy.
Background.
Open source apps are actively discouraged for security reasons. Core logic. 12 lakh union emails were migrated from NIC to Zoho. The Visakhapatnam Declaration happened at the 28th NCEG, co-hosted by DARPG, METI, and the AP Gov. AI integration focuses on tools like Bhashini and DigiYatra.
Real world impact. A huge shift towards domestic private IT infrastructure.
Conclusion. Indigenous tech is replacing legacy systems. Questions. Emails kahan migrate हुए?
NIC to Zoho. Open source apps discouraged क्यों हैं?
Security concerns. Visakhapatnam Declaration kahan हुआ?
28th NCEG. AI integration examples?
Bhashini and DigiYatra. NCEG co-host किसने किया?
DARPG, METI, AP Gov. Now pause and practice saying Visakhapatnam Declaration at 28th NCEG.
In short, Gov shifts emails to Zoho, pushes AI via Visakhapatnam Declaration.
Topic name. IIS Presidency and Governance Indices.
Broad micro theme.
Global Governance Representation.
Clear heading.
IIS Presidency and Indices.
Short definition. India leads a global admin institute to counter biased indices.
Real life example, making our own report card to counter biased global rankings.
Content discussion. Intro. India won the Brussels-based IIA presidency for 2025-2028.
Background. VDEM calls India an electoral autocracy at rank 100 out of 179. WGI uses very subjective indicators.
Core logic. IIS is a non-profit, not affiliated with the UN. DARPG represents India there since 1998. India has proposed a new objective international governance index.
Real world impact. We are directly challenging Western narrative hegemony.
Conclusion. This is a huge diplomatic administrative win. Questions. IIS presidency tenure.
2025-2028.
क्या IIS UN affiliated है?
नहीं, non-profit है. VDEM इंडिया को क्या कहता है?
Electoral autocracy?
इंडिया का काउंटर?
New international governance index.
इंडिया को कौन represent करता है?
DARPG.
DARPG. Now, pause and practice saying IIS is not unaffiliated.
In short, India heads IIS to counter subjective Western indices.
Topic name, SBM Urban 2.0 and dump site remediation.
Broad micro theme, urban waste management.
Clear heading, legacy landfills remediation.
Short definition, clearing massive urban garbage mountains.
Real life example, converting a 50-year-old toxic dump into a public park.
Content discussion. Intro. Currently, 49% of legacy landfill areas remain unreclaimed.
Background, the focus is fully on a circular economy.
Core logic. SBMU 2.0, launched in 2021, targets clearing around 2,400 landfills by 2025 to 2026. An accelerator program targets 214 sites that hold 80% of the waste. The Urban Invest Window by HUDCO mobilizes the private capital for this.
Real-world impact. This aligns directly with SDG 7 and 11.
Conclusion. A time-bound mission to clear dumps.
Questions?
SBM 2.0 target year.
2025-2026.
कितने लैंडफिल्स क्लियर करने हैं?
Around 2,400.
एक्सेलरेटर प्रोग्राम का फोकस?
214 sites with 80% waste.
अर्बन इन्वेस्ट विंडो किसकी है?
HUDCO.
SDG अलाइनमेंट.
SDG 7 and SDG 11. Now pause and practice saying 2,400 landfills by 2026.
In short, SBM U 2.0 uses HUDCO's window to clear landfills by 2026.
Topic name.
Pension systems and labor codes.
Broad micro theme.
Labor social security.
Clear heading.
Pension and wage codes.
Short definition.
restructuring basic pay to guarantee higher worker pensions,
Real life example?
guaranteeing 50 rupees basic pay on a 100 rupees salary, so PF is higher.
Content discussion?
Intro. Shifting workers to much higher base calculations.
Background.
NPS replaced the old pension scheme, OPS, in 2004. Core logic, IGNOPS from 1995 is for BPL over 65, APY is contributory for ages 18 to 40, NPS 2.0 now allows 100% equity for high-risk takers. The big labor code strap. Basic pay must strictly be at least 50% of total earnings.
Real-world impact. This legally stops basic pay shrinkage by employers.
Conclusion. It massively boosts the retirement corpus. Questions. IGNO APS किस एज के लिए?
BPL over 65 years.
APY एज ब्रैकेट?
18 to 40 years.
NPS 2.0 नया क्या लाया?
100% equity allotment.
लेबर कोड्स बेसिक पे रूल.
At least 50% of total earnings.
NPS ने OPS को कब रिप्लेस किया?
2004. Now, pause and practice saying. Basic pay must be 50%.
In short, labor codes mandate 50% basic pay. NPS 2.0 allows 100% equity.
Topic name.
Production linked incentive structure or PLI.
Broad micro theme.
Industrial manufacturing subsidies.
Clear heading. PLI scheme mechanics.
Short definition, cash rewards for producing more physical goods in India.
A real life example. A factory gets a massive bonus specifically for the extra mobile phones made.
Content discussion. Intro. The application window was reopened for white goods.
Background.
It has driven 1.88 lakh crore investment so far. Core logic. Financial rewards of 4 to 6% are based strictly on incremental sales, making it purely output-oriented. It is time-bound for 5-6 years with a sunset clause. It covers 14 sectors. Remember, white goods only covers ACs and LED lights.
Real world impact.
Huge boost to exports and the Make in India initiative.
Conclusion.
It's performance-based, not a freebie.
Questions. PLI reward किस बेस पर है?
Strictly on incremental sales.
क्या foreign companies eligible हैं?
Yes, registered companies.
कितने sectors हैं?
14 sectors.
Scheme की lifetime है?
नहीं, 5-6 year sunset clause. White goods में क्या included है?
Only ACs and LED lights. Now pause and practice saying PLI is output oriented on incremental sales.
In short, PLI rewards 4 to 6% on extra sales for 14 sectors.
Topic name. Food security and pandemic healthcare cover.
Broad micro theme, welfare state entitlements.
Clear heading. PMGKY and NFSA merged.
Short definition, totally free food grains and healthcare insurance support.
Real life example. A poor family getting 35 kg grain absolutely free of cost.
Content discussion. Intro. Supported heavily by One Nation, One Ration card.
Background. SC ruled that the 50 lakh insurance applies to drafted private doctors too.
Core logic. PMGKIY was extended for 5 years, from Jan 2024 to DEC 2028. It merged with NFSA back in Jan 2023. Food grains are entirely free. AAY households get 35 kg per month. Priority gets 5 kg per person per month.
Real world impact. This eradicates extreme hunger post-pandemic.
Conclusion. A colossal safety net. Questions. PMGKAY कब तक extend हुआ?
This 2028 तक.
NFSA के साथ merge कब हुआ?
Jan 2023.
AAY households को कितना मिलता है?
35 kgs per month.
क्या grain subsidized है?
नहीं. Entirely free of cost.
Insurance ruling क्या थी?
50 lakh applies to drafted private pros too. Now, pause and practice saying PMGKAY extended till DES 2028.
In short, free food grains till 2028 via PMGKAY NFSA merger.
Topic name. Gender and Human Development Indices 2025.
Broad micro theme.
Social Inequality Metrics.
Clear heading.
WEF Gender Gap and IHRD.
Short definition.
India's actual rank in gender parity and inequality HDI.
Real life example. Equal education achieved, but very few women sitting in parliament.
Content discussion.
Intro.
Deep structural inequalities highlighted here. Background. Iceland ranks first for the 16th consecutive year.
Core logic. WAF Gender Gap 2025 ranks India at 131 out of 148. We have near full parity in educational attainment, but declined in political empowerment, where parliament women dropped to 13.8%. IHDI adjusts standard HDI for inequality, causing India a 30.7% loss.
Real world impact. We are seeing growth without equal wealth distribution.
Conclusion. Political equality is the next big battle. Questions. WAF Gender Gap में India का rank.
131.
Best performing metric.
Educational attainment.
Worst metric.
Political empowerment at 13.8%.
South Asia best performer.
Bangladesh rank 24.
IHD Aisha क्या करता है?
Adjusts HDI for inequality.
Now pause and practice saying. India WEF Gender Gap rank 131.
In short, education parity achieved, but political empowerment lags at rank 131.
Topic name. SDG rankings and World Happiness Report. Despite strong economic growth.
Content discussion. Intro. Only 17% of SDG targets globally are on track.
Background. European nations heavily dominate the top 20.
Core logic. SDG Index 2025 by UN SDSN ranks India at 99 out of 167. Top 100 for the first time. In the happiness report, Finland is first, India is 118. Methodology trap. Happiness is based completely on the Gallup World Polls Cantrell ladder, which is a subjective 0 to 10 scale.
Real-world impact. There's a big disconnect between hard metrics and subjective well-being.
Conclusion. SDGs are hard data. Happiness is perception.
Questions. SDG Index 2025 में rank.
99. Entered top 100. SDG report कौन निकालता है? UN SDSN happiness report rank 1 कौन है?
Finland.
इंडिया का happiness rank?
118.
Happiness methodology क्या है?
Gallup World Polls Cantrell ladder. Now, pause and practice saying India enters top 100 in SDG Index.
In short, India hits 99th in SDGs but stays 118th on happiness ladder.
Finally, topic name. Indus Water Treaty Dispute, or IWT.
Broad micro theme?
Transboundary Water Diplomacy.
Clear heading?
IWT abeyance.
Short definition?
India pauses water treaty directly over terror act.
Real life example?
Legally stopping a hostile neighbor's water share due to conflicts.
Content discussion.
Intro. India placed the treaty in abeyance following terror attacks.
Background?
India flushed reservoirs like Salal and Baglihar without notifying Pakistan.
Chord logic. The treaty has absolutely no exit clause. Abeyance is not recognized under VCLT, only suspension is allowed. Indus and Satluj are antecedent rivers with Tibet origin. Crucially, western river dams are run-of-the-river with no storage. India previously used only around 1 MAF of the permitted 3.60 MAF on western rivers.
Real-world impact. This is a massive geopolitical shift.
Conclusion. India is aggressively exercising its water rights now. Questions. IWT में exit clause है?
No exit clause.
VCLT में क्या allowed है?
Only suspension, not abeyance.
Antecedent rivers कौन सी हैं?
Indus and Satluj.
Western rivers पर dams कैसे हैं?
Run of the river, no storage.
Western rivers का कितना permitted water use होता है?
Only around 1 MF out of 3.60 MF. Now pause and practice saying no exit clause in Indus Water Treaty.
In short, India leverages run of river dams and pauses IWT diplomatically.
Final recap. दोस्त, हमने 31 mega topics breakdown किया आज. Broad micro themes span across healthcare policy, environmental hazards, digital governance, welfare schemes, and global diplomacy.
We covered AMR gaps, missing SDG 3 targets, empower digital leads and demographic shifts.
Cozy codes WHO entry, microplastics hazards, MCC factory risks, and U238 in groundwater.
ISC's Bharat AI aging map, Ayurvedic surgery laws, AMRI discounts, and right to health advocacy.
In MC database lags, kombucha gut realities, creative economy boom, and IT safe harbor rules.
Cashless road accident scheme, massive employment, and PLI initiatives. Digital India scaling.
Vishwakarma, FCRA crackdown, e-governance AI push, AIS presidency, and SBM urban dump site clearing.
Pension codes, free food security till 2028, and gender and happiness indices.
And finally, the historic Indus Water Treaty shift.
It's an incredible amount of information.
Exactly. Final provocative thought. Socho dost, with India flexing its muscles on the Indus Water Treaty and creating its own digital global DPI infrastructure, are we finally seeing the rise of a superpower that refuses to be judged by Western indices alone? Explore karna isko, yaad rakhna. Keep learning, stay curious.